Today we're going to go over a few options of things to do in Medellin, Colombia. Okay, first, I guess this is one of my first tours I did. It was a walking coffee tour. Gave you a few sights of the city. We got to drink some coffee at the end, and here you can see they took us by a small operation where they actually roasted, I guess, I forgot what they called it, a special roast or something. It was a particular roast just for one buyer. So it was up in the Floresta area, which I guess is like another stop up from the Estadio. And this is where I met the guide, and he takes us around. We smell it and have a good day. Here is Comuna 13 or Comuna 13. This is the notorious area that just got these escalators not too long ago for the residents to be able to get up on the side of the hill. This is where, where all the issues happen, where the gangs and so on were still there. We're there back then, and I'll tell you, they are still there to a degree. You can tell where you are. But it's a beautiful view of the city from their side of town anyway, and of their side of town. This is across from La Floresta, up from the San Javier metro station. But it was a beautiful day, beautiful view. But this is the one place I would not recommend going by yourself. Just go with a guide or a tour. And it's pretty safe. I would assume it's pretty safe. I wouldn't be wandering around there at night, that's for sure. Okay, this one is a must-do if you go to Medellin, and this is climbing El Pinol, which is the mountain outside of Guatape. And you're gonna have to go to Guatape after this, since you've come that far. I forget how long a drive it was, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe, through the mountains. First time I walked this, I was hurting. Man, I guess I wasn't acclimatized to the height and the lack of air. But as you can see, there's a beautiful view from up top. Beautiful. Supposedly this is man-made too. So when you get to the top, you think you're at the top, you're not. But this is Guatape, very colorful city. People actually live here too. It's almost like a backdrop of a movie studio. Very touristy though, but it's a must-go. If you go to Medellin, you're going to want to take that day tour. We actually had a guide that went with us and took us, well, a driver that took us out there. He kept riding around with us. But anyway, that's another thing. But here, as you can see, it's pretty colorful. This is behind the church. Every small town has that church and possibly a water fountain like this one in the middle of town. It's a must-go. Next, I'd say this is probably one of the best experiences I've ever had, and that's paragliding. You actually just run and go jump off the edge of the mountain. You're tandem, of course, so there's somebody connected to the back of you, and he's the one that guides it. But basically, you just run off the edge of this mountain, just as we're doing right now, and all of a sudden, you're in the air. But I'm going to tell you, the most beautiful view. They tell you to wear a jacket. Even on a warm day, which I did, and didn't get it until we got higher up in the air, and it's like, whoa, it's a big difference. But the view is incredible. Best experience I've ever had. Best physical experience. I've jumped out of a plane, I've jumped off the stratosphere in Vegas, but this, thrilling. Of course, there's plenty of mountains, so if you want to go mountain climbing, I did the Tres Cruces. That's easy to find somebody to walk up and guide you up. This was a struggle. And get this, I did this the day after climbing that mountain, because you have to walk up the rest of that mountain to paraglide. And I climbed this mountain. I was hurting. And it took so long. I guess we left midday and then went to the top, and all the views are amazing. Beautiful. This is just halfway up. And you get up to the Tres Cruces and the Three Crosses. There's like a weightlifting. The weightlifting is everywhere. But anyway, we keep walking, and it got towards the end of the day, and we walked down. It was actually getting dark. So it was sketchy. Probably the whole time I was there, the most sketchy. This one's Pueblito Paisa. It's right in town. It's like a little mountain in the middle of a bowl. If you saw my last video, I kind of explained it like the mountains surround the valley like a bowl. And in the middle, there's a hill right in the middle of it. And this is Pueblito Paisa. It gives you the old town feel, like it's a replica of an old pueblo way back in the day. Of course, you have the obligatory church in the middle of the town square. I love Medellin sign. This guy was pretty weird, standing there, of course, and he moves when you pay him. So don't pay him, just watch him stand still all day. But it's a must-do. You'll be riding up this mountain for a few minutes. But, going up, get you some pictures, take a look at the view. Very good trip. When I trip, it's in the middle of town. When you're riding around town, you barely notice it's there, and it's actually in Medellin. Next thing, of course, is the Sunday morning walk. I very rarely miss these. I would advise you, this is where I fell in love with the city. Absolutely beautiful walk, especially this part from Santa Fe Mall up towards the central of Poblado. Because you can walk up to Poblado Park, and actually, if you're out walking, I walked downtown one time and back. It turns out I did 5K. Nice walk, people selling things along the side. You can get your drink, or they work on bikes. So people not only walking, but they're riding bikes and walking their dogs and skating. You'll see a little bit of everything, but it's a must-do if you're in town. Next, of course, if you're going to Colombia, period, you're going to want a salsa dance. So if you can't, as you can see, I'm just getting started here, but if you can't salsa dance, it's a necessity, I would say. If you don't like to dance, maybe Colombia is not for you. I never got all the way, where I wanted to go, but, I got better as time went on. And, the thing with this is, just like anything else, the more you do it, the more you retain it. So if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So stick with it. Find you somebody less expensive than this. This was dance-free in a Poblado off of Calle de Sur, which is 10th Street South, the south side. There's two different Calle Diaz's. You can't tell, this is my third class. I'm getting a little better. And it's not a private class. Well, you have a private tutor, but you're in the middle, as you can see, in a big group type setting. And then on Saturday, Friday and Saturday, I think. Friday they have group dances, group lessons. And then after that, around, 8:30, 9 o'clock, it turns into a club. So the band comes up top and they strike up the band. Okay, here's my guide, Andres. And if you've seen my videos, Andres is an awesome guy, great guy. This is Communal Tour, which he takes you through the city. You take public transportation. We took the metro over to the tram, then to a bus up the side of the hill, but it gives you a little bit of the history, lets you sample some of the fruits and so on while we're downtown. Gives you the history of that area. Guess this is where we were before we took the bus up. Look, and this guy just comes up, man, I'm the best rapper in the world, man. I'm like, yeah, okay. Anyway, Andres is a great guy. He's got quite a bit of tours too. I want to feature in another one on another tour that I did with him, or a few that I did with him, and one he's got coming up too. But this is Communal Tour. You go to the side of the mountain, you take the bus up, and I was actually by myself. And get this was the third day after I had done the 2 mountains already. This is the 3rd mountain. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. We're going down now, but we end up going up to another mountain top. So be fit. These bricks are supposed to resemble historical paths to go through that part of the neighborhood. But once you go up to the top of this, you'll see Poblado on the other side. Beautiful views. They just walk around the edge like it's nothing too. If you see my other video, check this one out. And because I'm like, dude, I'm not getting close to the edge of that. But he tells you the whole history, how they just got the bus service up there like 3 or 4 months ago. They were having to walk a couple hours up the side of the mountain. So that's where public transportation stands out. Of course, if you're in Medellin and you have a few dollars, got to get a tattoo. But anyway, he did a great job. I actually got a Medellin. I love Medellin tattoo. I'd already had a couple so far, but this one was, you can't beat the price when you go down here. This type of thing probably costs 3-4 times as much in the States. So I thought he did a great job. But I'm back at with Andres, and his company is called Nomad Travel. So look him up. If I don't add a link today, I will shortly, especially to his new excursion. But we're at Poblado Park. He's basically showing me and telling me the history of Poblado and another side of Poblado. Everybody knows Poblado Park, or Parquillera, should I say. Everybody goes to party, get drunk, and this where all the girls of the night walk around. But this one is not a tour, but I want to talk to Alex and see if he can work it out, because this was awesome. I got to actually go into his sound studio, and he actually does professional movies where he does the sound and everything, from the breath to the walking to the gun cocking. This is him showing me him running around in a fight scene or just walking. And so they have all the mics to get specific on the feet. They do all the sound from the movie. They even reduplicate the people talking. Well, they clear it up, should I say that. Everybody has one microphone on them, supposedly, on the sound stage. So he takes that and he cleans it up, re-adds it. If you're in Medellin, you got to stop by Sweet Georgia Cafe. This is us one night watching a game. Of course, soccer, or should I say football, is big down there. You'll see everybody in a yellow jersey. I have mine. And plus the food is good. You'll get a little camaraderie, get to meet a few expats, and then go on your way and scoot on out and see the city. If you're coming, you got to hear live music. Live music. And I'm talking salsa, of course. So, but here's the thing. They don't start normally until like 12:30. I think this one started at 12:30. So Nirvana starts at 12:30. Crazy. And then this one is a must-do. You know, riding the trams up the side of the mountains if you can. This is on our way to Parque AirBnB, which is a private park. You can go grab some food up there. They have little, suites up there. Take a look at the park. But this is a must-do, just riding the tram. You know, this is what gets people to the top of the mountain. So here's just a few things for you guys to check out while you're in town. There's obviously a lot more to do and a lot more to do in Colombia, but here's a few things to get you going. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.